It's springtime all around us, and the sakura petals are falling. Will we confess to senpai this year? Tonight we talk about the best sakura season portrayals in anime.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Sorry, we weren't here last week.
Yes.
There was a medical emergency.
There was.
Indeed.
My poor cat. He maybe was sick.
Yes. I mean, that is a very important
Then he
thing.
wasn't sick.
Yeah.
Which is
Then he
good.
wasn't sick. So.
Spirit of the Sakura.
It was
So
a
then
good
we got a
story.
week off, and so did you guys. Thanks for joining us on the Mighty Otaku. Do not forget to subscribe, rate, comment on iTunes, hit that thumbs up, and follow us on Twitter at The Popcorn Talk. I am your host, Yume Warlock.
Oh my god, everything is covered in glitter.
Oh,
There's like 12
I didn't
pounds of
realize there
glitter
was
on
glitter on
that. Oh, everything is shiny and beautiful here at the Popcorn Talk.
Yes.
I'm Maxwell Song. You can find me at Max Saltz at the Everything.
I am Chubby Bunny Michelle. You can find me everywhere on the internet at I am Chubby Bunny. And this is the only Sakura we have for
Yes.
today's show.
That's not true. There's one right here
Da, da, da,
on my
senpai.
headphones.
There
Makes
is
it
literally
feel
glitter
beautiful.
everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry about this. Is from
Everything's
Daiso.
It is the
blinding.
magic of
I
springtime.
thought we were going to pass this around and only speak if we're
Oh,
holding
yes.
it.
It's too much.
That's
too
too much.
many
It's
rules.
really, really hard.
Okay, we'll just start the damn show.
I'll do this though. We will have the.
Getting in my drink. Oh my god, it's literally my drink.
I told you.
That's lucky, Michelle.
That's your fault.
Alright. So Hanami season is in full swing all over Japan. If you don't know what Hanami is, it is Sakura season, Sakura viewing season.
Cherry blossom
We love
viewing
them.
season.
Yes.
Yes, and if you've ever watched anime, which I hope that most of you are, and if you're
What
chat-
is
If you
one
haven't,
anime?
then get out.
if you
please.
haven't,
You'll be
why
so
are you
offended.
here? Yes, there's always Hanami season or Sakura themed stuff in anime.
Yeah. Not to mention.
it is a trope.
Yeah. If,
Yes.
If people don't know from anime what it is, because you really should, because they don't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
The Sakura Frappuccino, I'm pretty sure, is a little bit more of a localized, real thing you can grasp.
Say that again, Max.
Yes.
The Sakura Frappuccino.
What?
The
said Sakura.
Sakura.
The Sakura
Sakura.
Frappuccino at Starbucks.
So it's pronounced Sakura, but you got it right the second time.
Second time.
The first time it was kind of.
Sakura.
It was a little Naruto.
Sakura.
Naruto.
Sakura.
I'm monitoring chat. Just cutting in here. What's up, Lauren Markland? You are always here.
Yeah,
and we
what's up?
appreciate
Yes,
you.
thank you all the time.
We should just ask Lauren to
we
come
just
on.
Yeah, just come on the show. It's
Don't
just
you like
get
live
in your
around
car.
here?
You'll get your.
Jesus.
Get in your
Yes.
car, come here. You'll be
Get right
here by the time we're done.
That's fine.
Yes, anyways, for those who don't know, Hanami is the Japanese tradition of viewing the blooming of sakura all over Japan.
Yeah.
The Japanese Meteorological Agency, whatever they're called. Yes, Japanese
Calendar
Meteorological
people.
Agency. I got that right.
It's like you researched this or something.
They released, I did, it's crazy. I did not realize this was a thing. We have on screen the calendar that they released, and apparently blooming generally starts in the south, near the equator.
Yes.
So it goes
Makes
from...
sense.
Yes, it makes sense. To me, I was like, oh, science, and it makes sense.
It's funny to me because I've always known this existed for some reason. Like, I'm just like, yeah, it's really important to know exactly when they're gonna bloom. Otherwise,
Yes.
how do you go look at them for 1 week?
Yes.
Oh, someone has such smart pants on. Miss
I'm gonna
Smart Pants.
smack
what-
the shit out of you with
To be
it.
fair, she also lived in Japan
Yeah.
for many a year. But the Hanami season starts at the end of March and goes all the way through the first week of May. So we are
wait.
still in it.
Are there people like I want to say that this is a real thing in America where they like follow autumn? Is there people that follow like every place
I believe
blooming?
there are like photographers who do. Sure, I absolutely believe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel if it's something that like you travel to, it travels up the country, right? Then it kind of seems like that
Yeah,
would be an
you
interesting
would be
kind
able
of trip that
to,
everyone gathers.
Yeah, as long as there's not too much rain.
Yeah.
Everyone's always like, because it rains. This is the rainy season right now, but then it knocks those petals right off, and it'll shorten your season.
Yeah, but actually, I also found out that there were like a whole bunch of like Japanese sakura trees donated to some park in Portland. So they have like a big like Hanami thing in
Yeah,
Portland
that's
too.
why the one
Oh,
that
wow.
in DC as well, Washington DC, they have a bunch that was donated by probably Japan. It was probably Japan.
I mean,
So-
Have that.
we also kind of have it here. There's like
They're all dead right now.
Yeah, I mean,
they also bloom for like a week.
They bloom
It's
for
a little
week.
too hot
Randomly.
here. So like 3 years ago, I think it was really really hot, and it
Yeah.
like killed the trees a bit. So they won't bloom for another like 5 years or something.
Yes.
Really?
and
Yeah, they're very delicate.
Oh,
They're
man.
super delicate. And then on top of
not
that, we
know
had
that.
an incredibly wet winter this year.
Yeah.
So
Is that
everything,
also killing them?
well, I mean, the trees were already like hurt from all the drought, but now like
too much,
just
man.
Too much. It's
All
too
right, guys.
extreme.
Everyone,
Yeah.
spring is dead. Spring
Yes.
is dead
If
forever
you
for
happen
everyone.
to wander
I'm
into the show,
sorry.
we're suddenly
Yeah.
talking about weather.
Lauren on chat says that yes, leafers are a big thing on the East Coast, which are people that follow around the autumn. So
I
yes.
don't know how the hell I knew that.
But there are people in
I
Japan
don't
that
know.
also follow autumn
Yeah.
blooms and also.
But it's cute. It's like a thing you do.
I would love to have that hobby.
I think that's
that
an
sounds
awesome,
like a great hobby.
That's a great excuse to have like a once a year
trip.
road trip.
Yeah, go all over
I think it's super
Japan.
cool.
Yeah,
Because
but-
it's not that big, it turns out.
Yes, but Hanami's a big deal. Everybody goes out with their friends, eat amazing foods at food stands, kind of like festivals.
Mm-hmm.
I think like eating and drinking outdoors with your friends.
Yeah, under a tree.
Yeah, under a tree.
Yeah, it's a
and
big
it's
deal.
like kind of magical. It's like a
It's
weird
fun.
color.
It's so fun, and then it's like a thing you do every year, and like a lot of clubs. Like if you're in a school club, they'll be like, okay, it's our club cherry blossom picnic. So like everyone, youngest kid has to go there first and wait under the tree and
Yes.
secure a spot.
So the question is, do we enjoy doing that because of anime? Because I feel like if
Yeah, is it a
I had
weeaboo
no
thing, or is it-
reference, like I
Yes.
would never go under like an oak tree and be like, oh, look at these crumbly leaves. I just want to sit underneath the Well,
Yeah.
actually, no. I kind of would like that.
Well, I think it's everyone picnics, right? It's just
Yeah.
that they have a 1 week capacity to do so with this scenic scenery,
That's
Yes.
true.
which is part of their culture now. I mean, it's been.
Yes.
You know.
And also, I actually remember that like anytime we went out and tried to find those places, you know, those rare trees here in California, like it was basically just a cosplay photo op.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
it
it's
is.
always like you'll
Yeah.
find like an Inuyasha wandering down.
There's always one Naruto guy
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
around the park.
But I guess the bloom in San Diego was really good this year. Our friend Rowena was posting pictures of it.
Yes.
It looked really nice. So yeah,
must
in
be nice
Lake
up there.
Balboa Park, the other one.
The
Balboa
other
is-
Balboa Park.
That's not in Los Angeles.
Oh, there's a San Fran?
No, there's a Balboa
Diego.
Park here, and then there's one in San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yes.
Well, apparently every place in the world has spring except for here. Everything is dead in LA. Not surprised. Anyway.
But I did quickly want to show this photo. I don't know if it's up on the board, but the
Which one?
drunk one.
Oh, yeah,
I
so-
found this photo of a bunch of drunk anime characters eating food.
Cute.
It's actually soda. No one is drunk here. They're all drunk on carbonation.
Right, in anime,
Sure.
they tend to like not drink beer.
Yeah,
It's
they
really
always
kids.
say
they're all
soda.
underage.
But
Yeah.
they like get drunk like they were actually drinking like Jack Daniels all day.
But-
so
I do feel like this drawing is so quintessentially Hanami.
Yeah,
Yes.
so hanami, so when we say hanami, hana is flower, and mi, the kanji for me is viewing. So it's like flower viewing. So when we say flower viewing for students, it means, you know, go like, fresh starts and school starting and love blooming and all this great imagery. And yeah, like kids in high school do have like their club picnics where everyone brings food and they have bento. If you're doing hanami as an adult, it means getting shit-faced on a blue tarp.
yes.
It means bringing out all the sake bottles and wearing ties around your head and just getting food from the stands and just laying around with it. Like even
Yes.
companies have their own, like their official hanami picnics. Like you'll
Oh,
see,
really?
like you'll see, and of course they're Japanese, so it's very, very organized about it. In the famous parks, they'll have a blue tarp down and they'll have a piece of paper, you know, taped to it that says like so and so company. So and it's like a bunch of, you know, tarps together. You just have to get out there and claim your space. And like even if no one's not sitting there, like no one takes it down or anything.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, it's been claimed, you know.
Because it's rude.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how packed everything in Japan is, and like this is no different from what it seems like. Like they basically take every square inch that they possibly can, and it's just like
make it a party.
everything is an organized party for them. It's crazy.
it's
Also, I'm wondering if I can name everyone in this picture.
Can you go for it?
I think I can name the series. There's obviously Dragon Ball Z. I think Gintama's behind there. There's Bleach, Skeleton, Reborn, Naruto, Beelzebub. I don't know if there's something behind Beelzebub. I actually can't see.
Yeah,
It's
I
blinding
can't-
me.
yeah, I can't
In the
see.
light. Toriko, Reborn once
Oh,
again,
yeah,
and
yeah.
One Piece.
Yes.
Nice.
I think that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Obviously
Look at
Shonen
this.
Jump picture.
Look at this fucking weeaboo.
This weebs.
Got
So,
it.
is this what we're doing?
Got
Hanami experiences in Japan. You've been to Japan. Was it during Hanami, Max?
No, it was during. It was during the winter, so I didn't get to see all of that. What I do remember is that it's very cold, very ridiculous cold, and the shrines during the holidays are crazy packed, but also super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would love to see it in spring because apparently that's like kind of the best weather to be in because in winter it's honestly
Cold
crazy
AF.
cold,
Yeah.
and in summer it's crazy hot.
So hot. I hate going in the summer. It's ridiculous. But they have so many great festivals, so it's like.
Yeah, so it's hard to. I would just want to go during the spring, but it's like I don't have time to go during this.
Also, we live in
spring.
Los Angeles where it's always like the same temperature.
Yeah.
Just wondering
Yeah.
why we're so whiny about weather.
So like the first time I went to Japan was with Michelle, and it was during Hanami, just because. Like travel tip, it's the cheapest to fly during Hanami season.
Spring
so,
and fall is cheapest to fly to Japan.
So we were there a couple days without Michelle, and I think we were like in Harajuku, just tarps all around, and we found like a stand that had like yakisoba, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna spend my 200 yen on this. It was very nice though.
Yeah, I during the winter festival, they had these stalls in I think it was Harajuku. It wasn't Harajuku. It was the Harajuku Shrine. Did you guys go to? Wait, you guys went to Harajuku Shrine?
You mean Meiji Shrine? It's next to the station.
Yes.
Yeah, Meiji.
If you go up behind Yogi Park.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah.
It's called Meiji Shrine.
Yeah, that shrine had like a whole bunch of like streets that were closed off, and they just had a bunch of stands on the side.
Yeah,
and,
it's like
you know,
anytime there's a holiday, it's like stand food. They're called
Yeah.
yatai, and like it's like the
Yes.
best shit ever. I love food from stands and foods
the
on
food
sticks.
from stands are like amazing.
So good.
And it's
Yeah.
like, and so, anime is exaggerated. It's always going to be exaggerated to a certain extent, except for this.
Yeah.
Like
Except
all the
for the
stuff that
food.
you see at festivals, that is a real thing that happens in real life.
It's real. It's
It's
real.
crazy. Well, I just enjoyed that kind of like that part of their culture where it's like, hey, this is a super important thing. So
Yeah,
let's just all really enjoy it.
the Japanese really know how to celebrate a national
Yeah.
holiday. I'll
Yes.
tell you what, of which they have over 7 weeks of national holidays a year.
Japanese know how to
And they
party
get,
as
and
a
they get those
nation.
days off, generally speaking. I did.
Ah.
It was awesome.
So,
Yes.
we were talking about like I guess Sakura like signifying the new year for students, right? That's because
It's in April.
it's in April,
April, May, yeah.
April, May, but this new school year for Japanese students start in January, right?
No,
Or
that's in
something?
April.
It
It starts in April.
So it does start.
That's
in
why
April.
it's New
Okay,
Beginning. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So I just think that people didn't know that because everyone in America, like, the school year starts during September.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it's like
you
that
get
is
3
why
months
it's
off for like
Yeah.
no reason.
Yeah.
But in Japan, they only get like a month off for break.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't have
crazy.
a big break like we do.
All right.
Wow. So sad.
What's that?
But let's tie this back into anime. So
Well,
let's
okay.
all go through our own opinions of the most
Yeah.
iconic Hanami or Sakura depictions in otaku culture.
Yeah.
Start with Max.
Yeah.
I think this one's a pretty easy one because it's kind of in the name, but 30 centimeters per second. It's a Makoto Shikai.
Isn't it 50?
No, sorry, it's 5 centimeters per second.
Five.
How many centimeters?
God.
How many millimeters? And how many
So
centimeters?
bad. It just floats in the air. It just never drops. You just wait for days.
5
That's how Sakura
millimeters.
drop. But 5 centimeters per second is the I guess the increment of which a Sakura falls to the floor, and it's about kind of lost love and like fleeting youth, and it's about these two children that sort of like grow up. And they kind of lose contact with each other, and as they grow older, they sort of reminisce and then try to like, they think about each other just kind of in fleeting moments. Just wonder if they're ever gonna like reunite ever again. It's a fantastic, beautiful series. It's one of Makoto Shinkai's first like crazy beautiful series that kind of like came out, and that's a big portion of it is because of those Sakura. It's because of the way that they're like depicted and the lighting and just the beautiful imagery. So if you're going for A+ beautiful imagery,
Yes.
go with Sakura.
Yeah.
And for those who aren't aware, Makoto Shinkai also did Your Name.
Yes.
Which is awesome. And I think it's still in theaters.
amazing.
They
It's
keep
still in
they keep
theaters.
extending the engagement because it's like
Because it's so
It's
amazing.
awesome,
Such a
and
good-
everyone's really
such a good
enjoying
movie.
the
Yeah.
shit out of it.
Michelle.
Hi, I always talk about Honey and Clover, so I'll keep talking about Honey and Clover because it's my favorite fucking shit in the whole world, and it's really great, and it's on Hulu, and you should watch it. It's called Honey and Clover. So this series, of which there are 2
think it's called Honey
and
and
a half
Clover.
seasons, it's called Hechimichi to Kroba in Japanese. The manga is
that
quite
Honey
good
and
as
Clover?
well, and it's all in English by, I'm not sure who publishes it, but maybe Viz. And Honey and Clover, it's an anime about all these college students in art school, and it is so wonderful and touching, and they all go through their growth and all this crap and figuring out their art. And because they're in school, of course, each season kind of gets tied together with when the cherry blossoms bloom, because that's when school starts. So in the first episode, the cherry blossoms are blooming, and that's the first time that the main character sees Hagu, and it's like, it all starts from there. But what's great about it is that they keep bringing it back. So like every 10 episodes, they have another cherry blossom season, because they have to go through the years of them. And they start to have repetitive jokes going through every time, and it's really great. One thing that started out is that, first of all, this is where I learned that like the youngest has to save the spot. So, what's his fucking name? Yota? Well, his first name is Yota. I can't remember his last name. Takemoto. There it is. Takemoto is he's like the main character, like the youngest. So they send him to he has hay fever because of the weather, and he's like, what the fuck? I'm sitting here on this stupid tarp, and I don't want to be here. And he's basically passing out, but like laying there, so he saves the spot for them, and that was hilarious and sad also, and quite touching. But then he learns to kind of like it, and he does it every year after that. Also, one of the other characters, Morita, he has a secret life as an enka singer, but only during Hanami, and all these old ladies go and search for him every year, where is he? And he wears a white suit and sings because he's trying to collect money from people. And that was really
enka
cute.
singer.
Enka singer. And then also, because it's a picnic, Hagumi and Ayu always make really disgusting food. It's like a running joke in that series where they bring it's curry. What can you guess what the secret ingredient is? And they're like, is it chocolate? Because it just tastes like chocolate and salt, and it's very confusing. And it's really sweet. And then the other thing, we had the cycle of school years in the bottom right picture. You can see. So Morita has been in this. I think Senmon community trade school is only supposed to be about 3 years. He's been in school for 5 or 6 years, and he won't graduate for some reason. So every time a new season starts, the teacher's like, "Oh, it's a great new year. Oh my God, is that him? Is he coming back? Oh my God!" And so this is from the last episode. It's cherry blossom season again, and he comes back and he's like, "Sensei, I decided to come back. Even though I graduated, I came back." They're like, "No," because I wanted to retire. And it's really sweet, and I feel like it's hard to explain its sweetness and tenderness and hilarity by just talking about it. So you guys should just watch it. And I'm not being paid to say this, but it's great. And the artist who did this also wrote March Comes In Like a Lion, which just finished its first season on Crunchy, but it's animated, so you guys can watch that as well. It's very good.
And read it.
Read it. So good.
That's very good.
So I think for me, iconically, it has to be Senbon Sakura and Hatsune Miku. And I'm pretty sure everyone has heard this song or knows it. It is arguably one of the most iconic visual depictions and mentions of Sakura within the past 10 years. The song lives in Vocaloid Hall of Fame to this day. To this day.
Where's the hall located?
I don't know.
Space in the virtual
Apparently,
realm.
on the ranking, it's still really high.
Yeah, even though Super came out, how old was it?
2011 is when it came out. Yes.
I thought this was a traditional Japanese song that Hatsune Miku did a cover of.
That is the confusion. So the guy who wrote this, I can't remember his name. I didn't write it down. But he wrote this specifically for Vocaloids. He's from one of those producer groups that consistently just writes music for Vocaloids.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Once Hatsune Miku did it with all of its great styling, Wagaki Band covered it.
Mm-hmm.
Wagaki Band's YouTube video has 58 million views. And it has been covered by traditional Japanese artists at this point. It's been covered by Lindsey Sterling. It's crazy.
Because when I saw it, I don't know what random whim I decided to just YouTube go through the hole with this one was, but it was just there was a lot of people that were traditional singers that were singing it during New Year's or something, during a festival or during a concert. It was one of those variety shows that they do specifically during a holiday, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought for the longest time that was just a traditional song of Japan, and that Vocaloids had a part in it.
Miku is original singer Desu.
Yeah. This is how
That's super crazy.
Japanese that song was. That song, just based on the visual, it takes place Meiji era Japan, has a bunch of Sakura, basically talks about the fleeting loss of Japanese identity into Western identity.
Damn,
it is such a Japanese song.
That's super deep.
Yeah, it's just so very quintessentially everything that Japanese people think of like both spring, fleeting lives, like samurai lifestyle, everything that's wrapped into like Sakura.
That's crazy.
Good job, Hatsune.
And to know that it was a 3D idol
Yes.
that had brought about these themes of identity
And then catapulted it into Western consciousness.
globalization. That's crazy.
Are
So-
we playing that GIF right now?
No, so we're gonna go into funny tropes about Hanami and Sakura.
Yay.
And the first one,
Oh,
the
that's
little
it.
cute dog, is confessions.
Oh yeah.
Confessing to senpai under the tree equals true love forever.
I don't know that it's under the tree that it means. Is it, or is it just that?
It's under the tree.
It's under the
Okay,
tree.
it's under the
It's
tree.
definitely
All
under
right.
the
Yeah.
tree.
Educate me. So what you do under the tree, and then he says yes, then it's true love. When he says no under the tree, then you kill
They
him
never-
and hide the body.
They
Get
never
the
addressed
Sakura
it.
and then it becomes pink. Which actually, I have read a
Yes.
story like that.
That is
was
definitely a
actually
trope.
one
It's
of
a
them.
horror. It's a common
It was a horror
story.
trope. But it was always like every school has one Sakura tree
Yes.
that everyone goes to and confesses their love to. Like every shrine out there
Yes.
in the world, or every charm they have to get every Valentine's Day.
It's like a
There
fake
is-
myth about it.
Yeah, there's always that one thing, and it's kind of weird because it's always like about love no matter what.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It doesn't do anything else. It's not like good studies.
Nope.
Or
Or it's
like
just a tree that grew there.
Good
Someone planted
harvest.
it.
No, it's just like just love, 100% love, because pink flowers means love.
Yeah, and it's true. Like they never address like, well, what if senpai says no?
He will say
Then you
yes.
kill him and you bury him under
And
the
you bury
tree.
the goddamn body.
The second trope that I found that I thought was super funny is transfer students. Transfer students
Ah.
always come during Sakura season. Why? Because the school year starts in April, but it also signifies new beginnings.
Right,
But
yeah.
yes, that's when your old love comes back, or a new dude that you fall in love with, and there's always a gust of Sakura.
He's
and you
always
see
white.
them.
He's always He's a foreign guy with like blonde hair. That's every transfer student I see. Like the majority of them is always like a foreigner with light hair.
Or
That's how I always feel like when Sakura and
or
foreigner
conversely, it's your long lost love that you promised
Oh, that's a
yourselves
good
to
one.
each other when you were like 5 for some
Yeah,
reason. It
yes.
matters for some reason, and like now that you're the ripe age of 16
Yeah.
or 14, or the how fuck they are.
But then,
you
then
know.
either he doesn't remember or you don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always like a memory lapse. I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys like can Google like literally any of this information.
To be fair, it's just like
in anime they don't have Google. It's weird.
I think it's funny because like when they always like somebody always forgets that they confessed or like had a friend 10 years ago. Guys, I can remember a lot of my childhood friends, and it's been like over 20 years.
I mean, I feel like I, for the most part, that's a pretty impactful moment of your life. It's like, unless of course you get hit by a car, which apparently is also a thing that happens. during
Amnesia.
spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what is it? If your parents get divorced, then your family name changes, so that's why you didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
And then you went through puberty, so he's all very different now.
Yeah. So
I always feel like there's always like sad moments, right? Like when someone is like, they feel lost or something, and then they always like pan to the Sakura, they like dress up in front of their face, and they look at it as they fly through the wind, you know?
So yeah, moving into the whole bodies thing.
Bodies.
So I was reading, and it was apparently a very old story that somebody wrote that like Sakura petals were originally white, but the reason why they turn red or pink is because the bodies are buried under them.
Yeah.
All the
That is a
All the
the bodies
bodies.
hit the floor.
With the bodies at the. Yeah, it's all the bodies of the people that said no. So basically, what I'm saying
Yes.
is, someone
Yeah.
confesses to you, you just go with it
Myth
until you're clear of the Sakura tree.
Yes, you heard it here first. If
That's what
senpai says
happens.
no, you kill them and bury under the
Yeah.
That you bury them under the tree,
Smarter.
as you do in tradition. But yeah, I don't know, is that like a real lore thing, or is
It
that just
is.
something
It's a real
pasta?
ghost, like one of those ghost
It's
stories.
one of those like old folk tales, and that's
You see,
why.
I've seen
Yeah.
it in anime come up too, where they're
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
there's a myth that there's a body here that it comes and haunts them or something.
Yes.
And there's
So-
always a ghost that's like has unresolved things,
In school.
and they always
Yeah.
like.
It's always in school as
Yeah,
well.
they
Like, how
always
many
in
people die
school.
in your school? Not
Like,
So-
why is there so many ghosts at your school?
There's,
Oh, it's
like,
Japan, I
more
guess.
than one.
So like there's also like in Clamp in their series X or X
Oh.
1999. There is a
Such a
guy
sad.
who is like the number one assassin in Japan, and they call him the Sakura Zukamori.
Because the
Because-
Meiji era and globalization and
Huh?
what?
What?
Why?
What are you talking about?
Wait! I thought his name was Sakura Zenbun Sakura.
Sakura Zukamori.
Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you were talking about Zenbun Sakura, which is apparently.
Just pay attention
Wait,
to, like,
isn't that a power in Bleach?
I don't know, dude.
No.
You're thinking of Byaku.
Byakuya's power. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called.
but it is
I'm
cherry
pretty
blossom
sure. I'm pretty sure it's Zenbun Sakura.
So-
No, I'm 100% sure it's Zenbun
All right,
Sakura.
everybody.
So I also read this. There's like a Japanese idiom that's basically like the sakura petal equals like a samurai's life, because sakura petals also represent death and the fleetingness of life.
Yeah, because they're only alive for about a
Yes.
weekish.
So I then pulled up this photo of Saito from Hakuoki
Ugh, kill me.
because
That's cool.
it is literally called Hakuoki, the demon fleeting demon
Jesus,
blossom.
the literal much.
Because he also dies from what is it?
Love, heartbreak.
No, he dies from like what's the thing where you
Stab
cough
wound.
blood?
Tuberculosis. That's not him.
TB.
Oh,
So-
that's not. It's not.
Real facts.
Seijiro?
Saito is the only one that survives the Shinsengumi. He's the only one that lives.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you
True
said
history.
Saito. That's Saito.
That's Saito.
Inaccurate.
Yeah, that he does not
We
look
know he
anything
doesn't
like.
look like that from all the
No, that's
facts.
not. No, we're not talking about that. I'm just saying it's the wrong Shinsengumi member.
Yeah, it's what the hell is his name?
Okita.
Soji.
Soji
Okita
Okita.
Soji.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Okita is the one that has tuberculosis, and that would actually make a lot more sense than this.
Yes.
Just saying. My nerd cred has gone so up right now.
Yes, and the pedal power or
Pedal
Pedal
power.
power.
Pedal
we
power.
already mentioned.
Yeah, from Bleach.
Yeah.
We've already mentioned it.
Yeah. What is it called? One more time.
Zenbon Sakura.
Zenbon Sakura, where all the fucking Sakura come out and slice your face off. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's basically his whole thing is like his sword turns into these like razor sharp little petals. I don't know why the hell they're pink. I guess just thematically.
Because
they
they're
are.
beautiful.
Because they're
Yeah.
beautiful
And
and,
then his-
fleeting like their fucking
Yeah.
lives.
He's also
they're
like
not
the best character.
He's also the coolest. To be
He's the
fair,
best
he does
character,
has
guys.
one of the best powers because it just like, you know,
Bleach. I barely remember you because I stopped caring about you so long ago.
it gets weird.
But there's somebody else who has Sakura-based powers. Yeah.
Zoisite from Sailor Moon totally
Oh, yes.
does.
Yeah.
He. Oh, they made her a girl in the English dub. I remember that. And I'm remembering this now. But I think it wasn't even like a specific. He was just like, bow, and then it just some Sakura would like slice your face in half.
Yeah, it's always the petals and they're always
That was
slicey.
the- yeah.
No, or like
Petals are
um,
Or
always
sleepy. There's always
Yes.
one where it's like that's like a
Oh,
powder
yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
you. They're like, oh, look at the beautiful
'Cause
Sakura. It's so sleepy.
I
and
feel
calming."
like that's in Ninja Scroll, where like Kagero has like the petals that come out of her her sleeves and puts all the bees to
Oh,
sleep.
Yeah.
Those bees.
Yes, them bees.
Damn
Them bees
bees.
die.
So much pedal stuff.
Some
Yes.
pedaling
Pedal
those petals,
power.
Japan.
Alright, and lastly, we can't talk about Sakura season without talking about all the damn Sakuras in anime.
Oh, because the name is
Yeah.
quite popular. Because
Yes.
naming your child after a flower is quite popular as well.
That's true.
Yes, so we have
So many.
Sakura Kinomoto, in my opinion, the best Sakura.
So that's
Is
card cap.
that
the
card captor.
Card
That's
captor
card captor
Sakura.
Sakura.
So
And-
why is she named Sakura? Do they have a reason? Just a flower? Her dad was
I think it's because literally, like in that story, a lot of the women are named after flowers.
No, I guess that makes sense.
Yes, yes.
But she follows the trope they call like a flower girl, where she's either got pink hair or pink or red hair, or wears a lot of pink and has a lot of petal motifs all over
she
her
sure
room.
do.
Then you have Sakura from Naruto.
Hair is pink.
whose
equal
hair is pink.
Sakura.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
and she is delicate until she punches your face
Yes,
in. during
and that is
Shippuden.
generally also the part of the trope. They're generally Sakuras are gentle, but like tsunderes.
Oh,
That is what they
is
are.
that really a thing?
Yeah. I don't know. But I guess it is in this case.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we
you
have this cool
Sakura
It is
from
Sakura from Street Fighter.
Sakura
Kasugano.
Kasugano from Street
Street
Fighter.
Fighter Sakura is like so good.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
good.
she's a pretty damn good character.
Yes.
I have to say.
And to me, second runner-up, Chiyo Sakura from Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki.
Oh,
Okay, that's pretty
Wait,
good.
is her name
She's-
Sakura? I thought it was Chichio.
That's Chiyo Sakura. Sakura's her last name.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
That was a
unusual.
weird last name, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I've never met anyone with a mess. I mean,
Of the
I've not
Sakura
met all
family?
Japanese people ever, but
There
she's
is a,
great though. She's
there is
fucking
a
hilarious.
Japanese last name that's Sakurai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've met Sakurai.
Sakurai, but not Sakura.
Sakura, yes.
Well, yeah,
It's
Gekkan
very
Shoujo
weird.
Nozaki. Are they doing another season of that? 'Cause
I don't know. I
fucking
wish
I know
they
need
did.
the manga is still going
Yeah.
on, so
it's awesome.
they
by
still.
the way.
I mean, it gets funnier honestly every time.
Yes.
Those 4 koma never get old.
And you forgot Sakura Mato, which is not up there, but she's from Fate Stay Nights,
Ugh.
which they're
Oh,
coming
yes.
up with a new.
Oh no, more? Are you kidding? Oh,
No, they're
I'm so
coming up with the
surprised.
movie. Hey, first of all,
Huh,
don't
it's
shit
so
on one of my
popular.
favorite series.
Oh, I didn't know it was your
please.
favorite.
It's one of my
I
favorite
feel like it's
series.
a lot of people's favorites, actually. To be fair,
Fate Stay Night.
it's
Fate's-
very, very, very popular.
It's the whole thing is they have this really great culture behind it of like they just randomly make heroes up sometimes, and they're all gender bent. Some of them you're like, oh, this is Augustus the Great, and then you realize that it's like a lowly girl that has like 2 giant hammers or some stupid shit like that. It's amazing. And it has like a really good community of like collaborating illustrators, so there's always new art. So Fate Stay Night, really good. Limited Blade Works was the second thing, really good. Heaven's Feel is coming out, which is kind of like a third iteration, because it was based on a, what is that called? A dating sim game of the adult graphic nature.
Boobies. Doing it.
Oh, you mean an Edo game?
Yeah, it's one of those. And so Heaven's Feel is coming out now, and then Fate Go, which is like a really popular iOS game, is coming out for English very soon.
Yeah.
Which I'm super excited for. So yes.
But now,
one of my favorite Sakura.
all of you out there are educated in Sakura and all of its Japanese meanings.
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
This
yeah.
show, it taught you.
And of course, like even in the current season of anime out, there's just like Sakura shit, just like
Yeah.
left, right, and center. Like it's
Yes.
impossible to avoid. If
Yes,
you watch
especially
anime,
during
you already
spring.
know. Yeah.
I feel like Sakura, like the reason for it is like during a plot of something, there's always that like it's a weird break of plot. Like it's a time where like even no matter what the
Something you
story
can
is,
relate to,
Yeah.
maybe.
it's something you can relate to, but it also like stops the plot. Like it just gives it a rest. You know what I mean? It's like it's always serene. There's never necessarily like a huge, crazy like battle that's happening. Even if there's like conflicts in the plot, it just kind of like slows everything down, and then sort of like a reflective period where it's not like everything's crazy, but sometimes there's peace. Like that, they use that theme a lot.
You mean a fleeting moment of
A
peace?
fleeting
Yes.
moment.
Fleeting moment.
I like when it's
Indeed.
used, especially in anime, when it's like a school anime or something, and it's just like, okay, this is the beach episode. Okay, this is the Hanami
Yeah.
episode. Okay, this is the
Yeah.
The summer festival
Summer-
episode,
yeah.
and then the Christmas
Let's wear a
episode,
uniform.
Valentine's
The
Day
sports
episode.
festival, yes.
Yeah, sports festival.
And you know what? I'm not tired of that shit. Bring it on. Keep bringing it.
It's kind of like it's interesting to see like what types of different iterations everyone has of it, because it's kind of like, you know, when I first started watching Love Hina, and there was always those
Oh
episodes.
my god,
Yes.
yes.
You know what
well,
I mean?
the title song is like Sakura Saku, like the Sakura will bloom, because Saku means bloom also. Very confusing. Sakura ga Saku. So it's like the Sakura are gonna bloom. The Sakura, they repeat it over and over and over,
Yeah.
like just bullet points everywhere in the opening.
And it's like it's.
But they use it a lot.
It's good to see like what they do with it, because then you also see a lot of like different characters really be out. Oh, like what was it? Lightning. What was? It's the cooking one. The Sweetness and Lightning.
Sweetness and lightning, yeah.
Yeah.
They had a fantastic episode of
About
you know,
Hanami.
them just bringing like the nice traditional foods of like, you know, getting stuff from convenience stores, and like people contribute, like it's stuff like that like really you can see a lot of good character building without there being like explosions or like you know, whatever crazy sad death or whatever.
Character building.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
it's why we like slice of life so much.
Yes.
I mean, especially as like, I don't know. I guess I've always liked slice of life, even though I was going to say as adults. But when I was younger, I liked it too. It's just it's very easily relatable that you could do that, and it's like you can have a picnic.
Yeah.
It's very easy. Invite your friends out, kids.
Yes. And for those of you who've never participated in Hanami, you may be doubtful, but I dare you, go out and sit under a tree
I
Yeah.
dare you.
and have some drinks and eat with your friends, and
Yeah.
it'll be so nice.
And if
yeah.
you're an adult, then you should bring your sake.
Hidden.
And then and hidden in here anyway.
In
unfortunately.
California.
Bring a water bottle, quote
Bring
unquote.
soda.
This
Yeah.
is that, kids.
But if you're kids, then just drink a soda.
drink a soda.
And it'll have the same effect. You can get even a little weeaboo fancy sake glass to fill with your soda.
Ooh, yes.
And then reminisce.
I like
as
to get a
being the
small,
ultimate
I
weeaboo.
have a low, like the Korean, the flat tables, you
Yes.
know, that are very low, so you sit on the floor. And I'll fucking bring it to a park and be like, we're doing a proper, I have a very fancy picnic aesthetic, and it's table, lots and lots of blankets and pillows, and like, I like to hang things. I like to have a very fancy picnics. I'll bring like wine and cheese. It's nice.
I
Sit
just
in,
basically-
picnic with me.
I basically would go to like Mitsuwa or Fanimima and just buy a bunch of convenience store food. And
It's
then
fun to make it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to make onigiri shaped like little animals and stuff with faces.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work though, so we don't
Yeah.
do
That's a lot of work.
a lot of work.
That's why you just go and buy them.
Yeah.
Make sure you open them
Yes.
properly. Otherwise, you'll rip the seaweed.
And be sad.
That's a bummer.
That's all the time we have this
That's all.
week.
And on that note,
On that note, Enjoy Hanami. Next week, Max will be leading with this topic.
What are we talking
I have
about?
no clue yet,
Uh-oh.
but if anyone has a suggestion,
Please
you can
feel free
tweet
to let
us,
us know.
any of us. You
Yeah.
can tweet Popcorn Talk. You can find us on Facebook, the Mighty Otaku.
The Mighty Otaku.
You can find us on Twitter at
I'm at Yume Warlock.
Good transition.
Max Saltz.
I am Chubby Bunny.
And just give us whatever suggestion that you feel like is, I don't know, that you want to hear.
Yeah, or
us
you want to
talk
know more about.
Yeah. And we really want to have more community interaction so that, we can talk about stuff that
We'll
you
give
want.
you some free shit. How about that? We'll work up something to bring you.
And we'll figure out some free shit.
Yes.
I guess so.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
See you next week.
Next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.